there is something common in all of us. Whenever we start any project, whenever we start any work, we are high on motivation level, we are high on morale, and we have all kind of energy and time, and you commit to yourself that I will completely do that. I will complete my work no matter what happens, no matter what comes in my way. I will definitely do the task. But as you move on, you feel like things become cumbersome. You feel a little bored because you got to do the same thing again and again and again. And you feel that, why did I start it in the first way? So it happens to most of us. It happens to most of us that we feel low on motivation. Now, so what are those things which if we have will keep us motivated? So I'm going to discuss what are the top 3 tips to stay motivated. So please stick with me for next 2-3 minutes. I'm going to tell you what are those top 3 things. If we adopt them, if we define them, we will always stay motivated. So the number one thing, define your goals. You need to have long-term as well as short-term goals in your life. If you are living a purposeless life, again, it's just like, you have a gun in your hand and you're shooting in the air. You don't know what to shoot. You don't know when and how and whom to shoot. So it is important to have goal. If you have a goal, if you have an object to which you have to shoot, you will definitely shoot. But similarly in our life, if we do not have goals, any long-term or short-term, we will not know what we want to do. We will not know what we want to achieve in our life. So first of all, try to understand, why do you exist in this world? What do you stand for? What is your why? What is your existence reason? And once you know that, you will work upon that. For all your long-term goals, break them down into smaller ones, because if you start chasing your long-term goals, it might happen that you feel bored because the long-term goal is very away from achieving what we want to achieve right now. So break them down to smaller one and work on smaller chunks and achieve them one by one. Now the second tip is very common, but it is very significant if you are able to inculcate that, if you're able to adopt that, is you have to associate with the people who are positive. You have to remain with the people who are self-motivated. It's a fact, if you want to stay motivated, you have to be with the people who are self-motivated. If you want to achieve anything in your life, you have to look up to the people who have already achieved what you want to achieve in life. This is one of the very important and driving factor of remaining motivated. You might have heard about the saying that your network is your net worth. I don't know if you have read about this study that if you calculate the average income of the 5 people who are closest to you, who are associated with you, to whom you are they are your closest friends, average their income out, and whatever the average income will come would be your net worth. It is no science, because it is a kind of company you keep. So always remember, your network is your net worth. So it is better to stay with the people, it is better to associate with those kind of people who are like-minded, who have achieved what you want to achieve in life, and who are self-motivated. They will keep you motivated. And the final thing is, you have to have some reward or penalty system for your own self. How many of you know that in every organization there is an incentive system, there is a reward and penalty system? If you perform really well, you will get extra amount of money. But if you don't perform well, you will definitely get the salary, but you will not get an extra amount of salary. That's an incentive system. But how many of you know that you can decide and define an incentive system for yourself? So that's a reward and penalty. Now what I do, you might have watched my previous video, is in one of the video I have defined that what I do basically, when I start my day, I do a little bit of journaling, I decide what I need to do in the entire day, and at the end of the day I do self-reflection. I check how many tasks out of the tasks that I decided for myself for the day I have completed, and if I have completed more than 50% of the task, I give a pat on my back. That's a reward for myself. That is something that keeps me motivated. I feel proud about the fact that the task which I have defined for myself in the morning, I have completed them successfully. Similarly, if you are not able to complete those tasks, maybe even not even 50%, then you need to define a penalty for yourself. A penalty can be anything. What I do basically, I give a slight slap on my face, and I kind of say to myself that I was not able to do it, but I take the inspiration from that and make sure the next day, whatever I define, I am able to complete that. And the impact of that thing is that it kicks me in, like that next day, whatever I define, I am able to complete my task. So let's quickly rewind what we discussed in this video today to keep yourself motivated. The number one thing is you have to have goals in life. You have to have long-term as well as short-term goals in your life. The second thing is that you have to associate with those kind of people who are positive, self-driven, self-motivated, and who have already achieved what you want to achieve in life. And the last thing is that we recently discussed is that you have to have a reward as well as a penalty system for yourself so that you can drive your behavior, because your behaviors and your attitude are the one which drives your life. So I hope you loved these 3 tips today. Start implementing these in your life, because implementation is the key. No matter how much I tell you, no matter how much I learn, till the time I don't implement them practically in my life, I will not experience the results. So I request you and urge you to start implementing these 3 tips in your life, and you will experience the difference. And if you experience the difference, please come back and comment on my video that after watching this, I was able to take some action, so that I will know that whatever I'm telling to you, you did something. So thank you so much for watching this video. In case if you have any feedback or any comment, please leave them in the comment section. They will tell me the feedback. They will tell me whether I have to answer something, whether I have to make some more videos on some other topic which you basically need, which will benefit you more. Thank you very much for watching this video. So this is your friend Tausif Hassan signing off until we meet again.